Hello everyone and welcome to my first shared SMP. Let's start. I want to share with you two of my prime setups for this week at the moment. So let's start off with Euro GPY, and I will start on the 3 months chart because we closed last week. The first quarter of the year, so the first quarter of 2023 is closed at the moment. So what I can see on the 3 months chart is that we are clearly bullish. We're making higher highs and higher lows. And also the last candle close is a bullish engulfing candle. So then I can look to the monthly chart, and what I can see is that we are making clearly a bullish M, and we're currently in the 5th leg. And the last candle is of course still active, but the last two candles were clearly bullish. And always, if I start with my analysis, I will mark out the two zones on the monthly. First, the zone that is last touched. In this case, if I reset my chart, it's this S&D zone. It touches to the downside, but also here a very big buying zone, and also here a selling zone. So it's clearly a strong zone. And I will mark out the zone against. And as you can see, here is a strong selling zone and also a buying zone. But as you can see here, the impulse was very big. And here the bulls tried an impulse, but they didn't manage it, and the bulls reacted immediately. So with that being said, I can remove the zone against and go to the weekly. And now if we look on the weekly, we are clearly in a uptrend here as well, because I will show you. Here is the last low of higher low, and here's the last higher high. So everything between this will be treated as relief for more upside momentum. And also we made a inverse head and shoulders and a bullish M afterwards. So in this case, we are clearly bullish. Also, I need 3 extra confirmations to go to the daily, in my case. So the first one is a pattern in the form of an inverse head and shoulders, but also the bullish M. The trend, as I have explained already, it's bullish. I have to need a IC with me. Over here we have an IC with us, and there needs to be a VIP in play. So if I draw my VIP from the high to the last low, I can see that it's in play. And also we touched the trend line for the 3rd time, so that's enough confirmations for me to go to the daily. If I go to the daily, what I can see then is that it's a little bit in our disadvantage, because we broke the last higher low here. So this is the new low, and this is the last lower high. And as you can see, if I put my line on it, we didn't broke it. So it's a little bit in the disadvantage, but because the higher time frame are bullish, I'm still looking for a bullish setup. What I can see now is that we are making a bullish M at the moment with the zone on the IC in the 3rd leg. If there is an IC in the 3rd leg, I will always place my zone on it. But I'm also aware of the zone, the weekly zone below us, because we made an equal high, so we can make an equal low and have a weekly daily fakeout pattern. So with that being said, in my plan, it's saying that if we have two zones, that I will not play a decel on the first zone, but only a pattern and only a decel pattern on the second zone or the lowest zone. So this was my setup on Euro GPY. Let's go to the second one. It's AUD CAD, and let's start from the 3 months chart as well, like I did on the previous one. I'm sorry for the line. And what I can see on the 3 months chart is that we are at the moment under this S&D zone, and that we are still bullish because this was the last lower high and the last lower low, and here we made a new higher high. I'm sorry, here was the last lower high. So everything between this low and this high will be treated as relief for more upside momentum. But also, as you can see, we're making a bearish W on the 3 months chart, and also the last candle close is very bearish. Then if we go to the monthly charts, I will reset the chart. What I can see is that we are currently trading from this S&D zone with very strong touches to the downside. And if we look where they went all to this zone. So the next zone against is this one. So there is a possibility that we are going back to that zone again. With that in mind, also here we are bullish because this was the last lower high and the last lower low. Oh, sorry. And then we went up. So we are currently bullish. So this is more of a midterm setup than a long-term setup, because long-term I'm still bullish at this pair. But as you can see, we are coming off this zone with 2 monthly bearish candles. So then if I go to the weekly, what I can see is that we went under the last low last week, right here, because this was the last higher low and this was the last higher high. So this was all relief, but we broke under it. So that's for me the reason to look bearish. Also, we went under this S&D zone right here. You can see with touches to the downside, and we made 2 bearish candles from that zone. So that tells me that the bears are there and that I'm not gambling at the moment. So also, if I'm looking to my extra confirmations, there is a bearish W, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also I have the IC with me right here. The trend is bearish, as I have explained already, and there is a VIP in play at the moment. If I'm drawing my VIP from the low to the last lower high, then you can see that the weekly VIP is below. Also, there is no bullish VIP in play because we broke this last higher low. So that being said, also we have a trend line. This one is a little bit harder to find, but as you can see, every time we went up this trend line, we went explosively to the upside, and when we went under it, we went down. So it's a little bit harder to find, but it's there. So reasons enough for me to go to the daily and look for daily bearish patterns. And as you can see, we have a played out bearish W right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have one in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have a potential new one. 1, 2, 3, 4, potential 5. So this pair hasn't is in need of a little bit more development than the other one, but I will wait on it this week. So this was my SMB for this week. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time and have a great week, everyone. Bye bye.